Black Clover has just hit peak at this point, man.
Yeah. So, but by the way, that that chapter, right? Tabata is on fire, not yet on fire right now, because it's insane to me how just like, bro, people need to have faith in their authors, bro. That's all it is, right?
Right.
Like the way they beat, because honestly speaking, I don't even think they fully beat Megicula. If I'm being completely honest with you, I think maybe because she was like, I don't know, probably a lot of people are just like, wait, why they beat the boss so early? Blah blah blah. A few reasons. Let me point this out. Right. First of all, she was weakened.
Mm-hmm.
That's the first thing. She was weakened. Second thing is they had help, multiple help. By the way,
Oh God,
multiple,
yes.
like 100%. So and this is the revenge match for the Silva siblings. Fucking peak. Okay, fucking peak. Because like I just love it was a very emotional chapter, right? Like we understand a lot about Nozel now. Like the him being a piece of shit to Noelle was a defense mechanism, right?
Mm-hmm.
He couldn't talk about it, and so like his only like really ways to keep her safe was to be an asshole. Stupid, I know, but shit, what you gonna do, right? So like, so personally, right, like I get it. I definitely get it. So like the whole emotion with the chapter, the whole um like stakes with it was very well done. And I like the fact that both Nozel and Noelle got their own peace of mind and even got the little heartfelt mom spirit there, giving them a hug. Like, bro, shit's fire.
Yeah.
Shit's definitely clean.
Honestly, like after this, we really only have to, if we have Magelica down, we only really have to stop the gate right at this point to prevent demons and shit from overflowing the world. So, how much longer do you think this war is going to go on?
Well, I mean, I wouldn't say it's too easy right now, but we're definitely at a point to where we're gonna have to start not necessarily wrapping. I feel like we're still longer because Lucifer's still here. Uh, Xenon's demon's still here.
True.
So like, and I think right now what's going to happen is that we're going to go to Yuno now, because Yuno's the only one that's left that has to defeat a demon.
Right.
So I think, oh shit, hold on, let me plug in my laptop. Talk, Dave, real
Okay.
quick.
So with Yuno's fight, like I don't feel like that will be that long of a fight compared to the other two because Yuno has been shown to be completely overpowered at this point. One of the most powerful characters next to Asta. So I'm giving that like a 5 to 10 chapter max. Um, and then wrapping up with Lucifero and all of that. I'm giving this till the end of the year to wrap up this arc, really. And then that is pretty much like how we'll end this. And then we have to go back, wrap up the whole plot thread of like, oh, Asta is basically condemned to death. And that'll be the direction in which we take the story moving forward. With probably, like I said, 10 chapters max for the fight, and by end of year, wrapping up this entire arc. What are you thinking on that?
I definitely can see it. Uh, Especially since how fast the fucking pacing is.
Right,
But like, because I mean, right now we still have one of the biggest wild cards right now on the demon side, and that's Morris, right?
right.
So then we have Morris to worry about, who's just piling on demons left and right. We have we still have Zenon to deal with, who guys know how much that's gonna be when he's like 100%. So there's a lot to really discuss here, especially since Gaja's basically dead,
Yeah,
and Zenon's
R.I.P.
right now.
Gaja.
Like everyone's weakened. Like literally, it took everything out of them just to beat one devil, and it took like five, 6, 7 of them to do
Yeah,
it. And keep in mind, this was when she was weakened. I want people to understand that she was weak. She wasn't at full power. If she was at full power, I doubt, besides Asta, maybe, I doubt they could stand a chance. And Asta did nothing in this fight.
Yeah.
I want people to understand that too. He did nothing. All he did was just basically stopped the curse from happening because of the thing. But he was useless that entire fight, and I really like that too. I'm happy Tabata just made Asta be on the sidelines here and had everyone else fight. I really like that he's giving his supporting characters the chance to shine. I think that's what a lot of authors in current jump isn't really doing besides like Oda.
Yeah, and that's another really important thing here is like it's giving them actual growth and making their actual scaling in the series, whereas you're not having to deal with like, oh, we have 3 characters over here like Dragon Ball. You got 18 or fucking Vegeta and Goku. Like the only ones I actually saw any real progression near the end of the series, and then randomly 17 getting thrown into the Tournament of Power and Super. But like those are really the only characters that mattered for a while and still matter there. Whereas like we have Magna, random fucking nobody Magna taking somebody down. We have Noelle and Nozel here taking down this, albeit weakened, with the power of 7, 8 other people. It's actually really incredible that we're seeing growth for the supporting cast, like you said, like Oda being the only other one that really does that. And now in the recent My Hero, I'm seeing like some of the scrubs are actually like doing their own thing, helping Deku realize like he's a fucking idiot.
Yeah, even that. I'm not going to get into that because I'm hit or miss on that, but
it's actually growth for the supporting cast, which is something that has to happen since the general arc.
Yeah, but it's just like, everything that's been going on so far has just been really, really well done when it pertains to the fighting and like how like the emotion. I think for the stakes wise for the family, I like the flashbacks too, because like he was like, you can see like he was trying so hard to get stronger. He would it really explains why all the abuse he put Noelle through is so long.
It also explained his hair, which is weird.
Yeah. And it just it really kind of like gave Nozel huge character development, because now we know like why he couldn't like say anything. He had to he had to protect his other siblings, like, and so it really just sort of solidifies everything that we've been saying. Now that we see this, like what's going to happen going forward, like they both got what they wanted. They're both strong. Now Noelle has to be accepted. Well, has to be fully accepted by her other 2 siblings since she's the youngest. So it's just like this is a lot. Tabata doing what my man's doing what he's doing. My man's the GOAT right now.
Yeah, I honestly like out of I keep saying this for the longest time now since we started reviewing the series. Like, I have to give like full props to Tabata. He went from that worry that his series would be axed early on because that's all his experience, and now he has one of the best written stories in current Jump out of your traditional battle shonen. Like, I continue to be impressed with that. So are we going to have him telling the other Silva siblings what's been going on for X number of years at this point, or do you think he's going to keep that secret hidden?
Probably, because we don't even know who the fuck their dad is. We haven't met the Noelle's dad or anything, so that's gonna be interesting to see, because she was dying, and then Nozel tried so hard to figure out a way to save her, and she was dying and whatnot. So it's interesting to see, because that could be explain why she couldn't control, one of the reasons why she couldn't control her magic very well and all that. So it's definitely a huge shift now that Nozel acknowledges Noelle, realize, oh shit, she's actually stronger than I thought. Their relationship is going to get stronger. her other siblings will have no choice to respect her in a other sense.
Oh yeah, and maybe the father left the family. Luke's saying here. That's a possibility, or it could just be absent father syndrome by death. We really don't know. Like, and that's something that I would love to see explained, but it's not one of those things that has to be. Like, fathers not being a part of the family life in manga is kind of standard. I mean, Goku will fuck off for 300 episodes to fight somebody because they're strong. Anyway, I still stand by Piccolo was more of a father. Anyway, like
Yeah,
that's
not
not.
many fathers being shown in the series,
Yeah,
mostly mothers. I mean,
exactly.
one girl helped that Tabata has a milf fetish, but we don't know if Austin's dad is still alive or not.
Right, like it might not be explained, and I'd be definitely okay with that. And Rick says over here saying Doctor Stone has growth for supporting cast, and yeah, definitely. I do wish there was more, like you said. But it definitely is one of the more fleshed out supporting cast in manga right now. I really, now that we've wrapped up the Angelica fight, I'm curious what we're going to see in a fight because him being so overpowered, he doesn't really need a buff, but I would love to see him get something. Uh,
Yeah, because he has Langris there too.
exactly.
So I don't, because he doesn't have. I mean, he has a spirit, so he has the means to kill a devil.
Mm-hmm.
But the only thing that fucked Magelica was is that she actually appeared physically, and they were able to fuck her up that way.
Yeah.
Uh, but I don't even know if she's dead still or not. I highly doubt the Magelica's actually
Oh.
dead, but I could be wrong.
Hell no. I highly doubt she's dead. Incapacitated, definitely, but
Probably like a because she was trying to manifest in that area in that specific place. So like they probably just took like she'll probably like be weakened in like hell, but she'll be okay. But like because that's one thing too. I doubt she's actually like defeated.
yeah.
Because remember, Noelle is out for blood. I have to kill Magelica first before I confess to Asta. I would never let that go. I would never let that go. Funniest part of last chapter.
Oh yeah. They.
I love Asta, but first, let's kill this demon.
Let's commit murder, and then we'll fuck.
Oh shit, it's so funny. I love that. That was official translation too.
Right?
Official.
It's so weird. It's so weird. And Belle kiss? Probably not. That's definitely not going to happen. This is a Christian series, Luke. Come on. This isn't that
Wait,
bizarre.
he said what? Wait, what did Luke just say?
Do you think and Belle will kiss in the fight?
What the fuck?
This isn't that. This isn't Dick Fight Island, okay?
Oh god. Belle might try to fucking kiss him herself, but
ain't
no way.
ain't initiating that.
Uno is like Senku. He doesn't have a sex drive.
There was a lot of focus on the light fading away, and Angelica seems to be learning. Absolutely. And with Angelica learning on the fly here, that's a terrifying thing if we ever see them come back. Let's hope we don't see recurring villains, but honestly, I'd be okay if we got like one more fight with Angelica's demon titties flapping in the wind.
I don't mind recurring villains as long as they're not like over. Like I think bringing back. I don't think bringing back Frieza is necessarily a problem, but like I think One Piece having recurring villains is a good way of like having recurring villains. Same as like Fairy Tail.
Mm-hmm.
I think Fairy Tail's recurring villains like Akira and Logia were decent, because they're clearly set up as like in-game shit basically. So like, and they're not really ready to be fought yet. So I don't really mind recurring villains, because I don't think Lucifer will actually be defeated, because like I feel like he'll be like a recurring like issue. But I mean, there's still more to the world, Like I feel like demons are like heavy. So like because they got lucky with defeating Magelica, even though I don't think she's fully dead. But right now, everyone's pretty weakened, right? Like
Yeah.
it wasn't real. You have to remember that real spell is one of the main reasons why they're still kicking and breathing. But that damage is gonna come back to them, and that's gonna fucking kill. It's
Oh
gonna
yeah.
hurt.
That's well, there will be death. But there's also like the severity of the injuries here is going to be felt once that
Yeah.
spell's off. And that's
So
going to
I
be.
mean, because I mean, the thing is though, the biggest issue is Morris. So like, they can defeat the Devil Host all they want. Is they're gonna be weakened while they have to fight Morris, and I think that's gonna be the kicker.
Yeah, and well, Morris doesn't seem like a very powerful in a traditional sense. Like his tinkering seems to be the biggest issue here. Like all this dabbling in the underworld, the occult, basically, if you want to call it that, seems to be his biggest strength versus traditional magic. So I don't think he'll be an issue to take down. It's that his machinations in the background that really will be the biggest.
Yeah, because he's just summoning demons out the ass right now. Every second they waste fighting the triad is another demon popping out of hell, and it gets lower and lower every time. So and I don't think even if they defeat Morris, that all the demons will get sucked back into hell unless they do something like that. I think the demons are stuck. So
Yeah.
I think even after this arc is over, there's going to be some demon hunting because a lot of demons got released into the world.
Yeah, and mopping them up will probably be a B plot for the supporting cast, whereas like the A team will be going on to the next kingdom and doing the things over there.
Yeah.
And people seem to be craving a villain to stay around, so I mean, I wouldn't mind if it was Lucifer because that is definitely in-game setup there, fighting the devil themselves, more or less, what we traditionally hear called the devil, Lucifer. So that would be a interesting endgame for the series. What Mars and Fanzil are doing right now. That's a good question. We haven't seen Mars for a minute.
Yeah, not at all. Also, we have dwarves to worry about, so I think we still have a lot of Black Clover
Oh yeah.
to dabble into, because it's definitely a situation right now to where there's a lot still going on. I think you were spot on, David. Towards the end of the year is when this arc will end, even with the fast pacing, because there's still a lot to cover here with the arc.
Yeah.
Like I still don't see how they're going to be able to essentially, because they still have Xenon left, and then his devil. We don't even know who his devil is.
Yeah.
I think.
I mean, we really only have 3 months worth of chapters left to for this year. So I figured like 3 months to wrap all this up with, given the pacing was a good little ball game there for wrapping it all up in a nice bow before we go on to the next arc in the new year. But who knows? Like he might slow it down a bit. And he might speed it up. I hope to God he doesn't speed it up. It's already.
I hope the pacing slows down a little bit.
But I think that really wraps up like a Black Clover video for this chapter. Any final thoughts there?
Pretty good stuff, man. Tabata's been on it, man. On it. For real. I'm loving the fights and everything. I'm really can't wait to see what happens next. I'm assuming next chapter is going to be Xenon and versus Yuno and Langris, but who knows at this point. But that's a piece for me.
Yeah, that's a piece for this one.